I'm finishing up dinner here inside, and I'm going to go out and plant, yes, plant flowers. I have decided that I'm going to plant my own patio pots. I keep calling them that. My patio pots. I'm going to plant some flowers, my container flowers. I haven't done that for a long time, if ever. I mean, I've, in the past at points in my life, planted impatience. Imagine that, impatience in me. I've been learning about the do's and don'ts. So I'm going to share the do's and don'ts of planting in flower pots. Planting in your patio pots. I got this at Aldi one day, and you know, at Aldi, if you see something that you think you might want, you better buy it on the spot, and this is one of them. Just to make sure that you don't put rocks or other debris in the bottom of this, just make sure that there are holes in it in the bottom of your container, and then the drainage will happen naturally. Another tip is to make sure that when you buy your plants, that you buy plants that play nicely together or that want to be together the whole season beside each other. I just was envisioning my pots being overflowing, but having different heights in there, and I wasn't sure what color I was going to do, but I'm really happy with what I picked. You'll see here that I have lots of purple, dark purple petunias. I have these little miniature, they look like miniature petunias. They are called supertunia. They are so awesome. They are white and purple together. Middle is a little bit of a pink or a raspberry color. These yellow down here, Aloha Nanny Golden Girl. These are a Marguerite daisy, a butterfly daisy, angel face blue. So I'm really just gonna go at it and try to make sure that I have enough space in between. So that's another tip. Make sure that you have enough space that they can breathe or grow. Many of these will continue to grow and get really full, so you wanna make sure they have enough space in the pot. Some of these purple ones, it spins, which is really cool, so I can do this. See how they're already wanting to vine and kind of fan out? Same with these. I almost want just a little more color, so I think I'm gonna put just one more of this Vista Violet Star in here, just to give it some balance. I'm just being really gentle, trying to work the base of these, the roots a little bit, just break up what I'm seeing here. And these are all just things that I've picked up on or learned or heard other people do and say. So I'm not a gardener by any stretch, but I think that, you know, things like this are pretty common sense, feels right to me as I'm doing it. This one is going to be so cool, I think, as it falls over the edge. Oh, you guys, if it's really yellow and it keeps that yellow color, that's going to be fantastic right here next to this dark purple. I think just one more. We'll put right here. I honestly think I am in love with what I chose. I'm gonna put a couple of the tall ones just on top here. So I have these daisies, and I have that tall purple one, and then I think I'll fill in with some of that vine around the base here. Here, another tip is to save the little tags. Save one of each of the little tags from your plants so that you can reference them when you need to look back at, you know, maybe if something's going wrong with them. I also know a lot of places have a great return policy or an exchange policy. So if you find that some of them die, you can take them back. I know that I want these to look really great, so I might end up here just in a second taking some of these coleus out now that I'm starting to put it together. I have some friends who put together beautiful patio pots or flower pots, and my friend John is probably watching me right now, watching this video going, oh my goodness, what is he doing now? But it is a game of learning, and I'm fine. I'm happy just to tackle it and fail. If we fail at this, you know what? I'm okay with that, but I'm trying, and we'll see how it turns out. So the tips that I offered throughout, as a recap, first tip was, and this is my own personal tip, I potted my plants on a table. I don't want to bend down. I am old, honey, and I don't want to deal with that. So I got a table out and I use that. So I guess that's my number one tip. Raise up where your work area is, unless you're young and you want to get down and you're into that. Do that. Totally up to you. Make sure that the pots that you're using have holes in them. Drill holes in them. Don't put rocks in for drainage. That's really not something that you're supposed to do. I've read it, I've heard it, I've listened to it, I've YouTubed it everywhere. Don't put rocks and debris in the bottom of your pots. Just make sure they have holes in them for drainage. Make sure that you buy plants that are going to play well together, meaning full sunshine. How far apart do they need to be? How big will they get to be? And then another tip along with that was, and I'm grabbing, save your tags so that when you have questions about them or you want to know what is that I planted there, you can reference the tag. Also, the ones that I got have some really great information on the back of it. It talks about spacing, it talks about how to water them, it talks about if they're going to mound or grow tall, or if they're going to spread out or creep across or over the side of the pot. So that is a tip. Along with that, just a reminder, make sure if you're buying plants that are full sunshine that you have them in the full sunshine most of the day. And I think sometimes we either overestimate or underestimate the amount of sunshine or shade that an area gets. So make sure that you do that. Another tip, and I forgot to get it beforehand, was fertilizer. Make sure that you're fertilizing your plants. Follow the directions on whatever package that you buy. I plan to do that tomorrow and make sure that I get fertilizer in them right away. Make sure your lifestyle matches that of the plants that you bought. Well, in the past, I traveled a lot and I wasn't here, so I would have things that would die. But I'm here all the time now, so I want to make sure that the plants that I buy are going to be beautiful. I'm going to water them every day, and I'm pretty good about that. There are some things that I slack on, but I am pretty good about watering. I want my house to look so beautiful from the curb, and I want it to look the best in the cul-de-sac. I love my neighbors, but it's a competition. They just don't know it's a competition. I'm kidding. I love all of you guys. And then I guess the last tip is make sure that, you enjoy them quite frequently, and make sure you have a cocktail while you're doing that. Remember, kids, it's all about hydration. It's pretty warm out here, so make sure you stay hydrated. I'll be sure to check in with you and share the progress with you, but I'm really glad that I did this, and can't wait to see how it turns out.